You know AI that can actually do stuff for you? Well, it's not sci-fi anymore. It's really here. And just in the last week, these new AI agents have pretty much set the world on fire. We're talking huge legal battles, massive creative debates, and they're even starting to rewire entire industries. So today, we're going to break down this conflict.
All right, so let's get on the same page. When we talk about Agentic AI, we're not talking about your average chatbot that just, answers questions. No, this is AI that actively does things. I mean, it can book your flights, manage your entire workflow, even help regulate industries. Think of it like AI with its own to-do list.
And that right there, that brings up the single biggest question we're going to tackle today. What actually happens when this powerful, new autonomous tech smacks right into our existing rules, our industries, and heck, even how we think about creativity itself? And you know what? To see this collision happening in real time, all we have to do is look at the AI search company Perplexity. Their last week has been absolutely wild, and it's a perfect little snapshot of both the amazing promise and the serious peril of these new agents. So, on the one hand, you've got the good stuff, right? The promise. Perplexity's new Comet browser is getting all this praise because it's just genuinely useful. It's super fast, it's got these clever shortcuts, and it's smart enough to use the best tool for the job. It'll even hand off a search to Google if that's what's needed. It really feels like a glimpse into a much smoother, way more efficient way of getting things done online.
But, and this is a big but, while all the users are cheering, the company itself is basically fighting a war on multiple fronts. They're getting sued by Amazon, they're being accused of massive copyright theft by Japanese news agencies, and they're dealing with all this brand confusion in huge markets like India. So this isn't just one bad week, you guys. This is a pattern.
Okay, so let's actually break these fights down. First up, Amazon. They're saying Perplexity's AI agent is essentially sneaking onto their platform, pretending to be a human shopper, which is a huge no-no according to their rules. Then you've got Japanese publishers like Kyoto News who claim the AI has scraped hundreds of thousands of their articles without permission to generate answers. I mean, that just guts their entire business model.
And this is why this matters so much. The outcome of these cases, it's not just about Perplexity. These decisions are going to set the legal groundwork for every AI agent it comes after. They're going to answer some really fundamental questions, like, does an AI agent need your permission to log into a website for you? And who's on the hook to pay up when an AI uses copyrighted material to learn?
You know, these legal fights over data and access, they're really just one piece of a much bigger puzzle. The other battlefront is being fought in our culture. It's where artists and creators are wrestling with the exact same questions: control, compensation, consent. And when it comes to this fight, there are a few voices out there louder than the legendary director James Cameron. And believe me, he's drawing a very clear line in the sand.
When it comes to using AI to just generate an actor's performance from scratch, Cameron's take is incredibly blunt. He just says, it's horrifying. For him, this isn't some cool evolution of technology. It's a complete rejection of what it means to be creative.
And he makes a really huge distinction between different kinds of tech. Take motion capture, something he basically pioneered. He says that enhances human performance. It's a tool that celebrates that magic moment between an actor and a director. But generative AI that straight up replaces actors, he argues that completely undermines the relationship. It's just averaging out stuff that already exists instead of creating something genuinely new.
Cameron's stance really hits the nail on the head for pretty much every creative professional out there today. The whole debate boils down to three things: consent, compensation, and control. So is AI going to be a powerful new paintbrush for artists, or is it just a tool for studios and big companies to bypass them completely?
So while artists and regulators are out there debating the future of AI in public, the corporate world, well, they're already moving full steam ahead. Agentic AI is not some far-off experiment anymore, folks. It is quietly being woven into the very fabric of our most important institutions. It's going mainstream, like right now.
You want proof? Just look at this number, 60. Amazon Web Services, the backbone of the internet for millions of companies, they just launched a brand new program for Agentic AI. And it's not a small thing. They have 60 validated, production-ready partners. This is not a demo day. This is the actual supply chain for enterprise AI being built right now in real time. And hey, it's not just the tech companies. Even government regulators are getting on board. The FDA here in the US has been on a wild ride. They had this really aggressive push. They rolled out an early AI tool called Elsa that was kind of flawed. But now, they've rolled out a much more mature, governed agent AI program to help with their core work, like reviewing new drugs. And the key part?
There's always a human in the loop.
And the data backs all this up. A recent survey of IT leaders totally confirms this shift. Just look at these numbers. You've got 74% already using generative AI, and almost half, nearly half, are already using agentic or agent-based AI. The average company is juggling like 5 different AI tools. This stuff is already deeply embedded in the workplace.
So, for any business leaders out there, the crucial takeaway is this. The game has completely changed. The new playbook isn't about doing scattered little experiments anymore. No. Step 1, build connected systems of multiple AI agents with what they call observability, which, let's be honest, is just a fancy way of saying you can clearly see exactly what your AI is doing and why. Step 2, tie every single AI project directly to your ROI, to making the company stronger. And step 3 is huge. Integrate these agents with your core systems of record. We're talking about the really essential stuff, like your customer lists or your inventory, the databases that actually run the business.
Okay, so this all brings these different threads, the legal, the cultural, the corporate, all together into one final critical point. What we're witnessing right now is a battle being fought on all these different fronts to decide one simple thing: who gets to write the rules for our AI-driven future?
I mean, we've seen these conflicts play out right here today. We saw it in the courtrooms, where a company like Perplexity is literally fighting for its existence. We saw it in the creative studios, where people like James Cameron are defending the very role of the human artist. And we saw it in the boardrooms, where this whole new AI infrastructure is being built as we speak.
So the big question is, who's ultimately going to set the standards? Is it going to be the courts and the regulators, slowly stitching together this patchwork of laws and rules to try and govern these autonomous systems?
Or will it be the tech companies themselves, the ones building these agents? Will they just be left to their own devices, moving fast and basically shaping the world in their own image before anybody else even has a chance to catch up?
Or maybe the responsibility is broader. Is it actually up to us, you and me, as the people using these tools, as citizens in the societies that are being reshaped right before our eyes? Is it up to us to demand the kind of transparency and accountability we really want to see?
Because make no mistake, these agents are already becoming our colleagues, our assistants, even our gatekeepers to information. The rulebook is being written as we speak, in courtrooms and in computer code. And that leaves all of us with the single most important question we have to answer. Not someday, but right now. Who do they truly answer to?